Hello, and welcome to my COVID days and nights. Today is the 5th? I think it is, the 5th of April, April 5th. And I'm feeling better today. Something that has dawned on me with the help, sometimes it takes a little bit to get into the COVID brain. A friend was talking about allergies, and I do have allergies. And COVID actually enhances things that are wrong, makes them worse. And I know last year, around the end of March and for all of April, I was pretty well out of it. I lost that April for sure, and it wasn't into May until I started sort of crawling back. And I think that's it. But with the added thing this time, I got the really bad joint pain. Um, and that's, I think, just COVID just saying, here, we'll just give you something else. You're welcome. Yeah, you can just bugger off, COVID. Um, and So I think that's what it is. I think, and I know it's been better for the last, like I say, it was a bit better yesterday and today. And the reason why is overnight, it got down to almost freezing again. It was just above zero Celsius. So that would get rid of the pollen in the air, which then makes sense that I'd feel a little better today and started yesterday. So, yeah, so that's interesting. I think that's what it is. I'm taking my antihistamines, but I don't think they really do a whole lot. Um, and I'll probably double the dosage um, once if it starts kicking back in, which I expect it to do. But I basically with this long COVID, I've given up any hope of ever feeling normal again because after this is over 2 years with it, I have given up for that, and all I'm trying to do is to sort of manage it. So if I know what I should be really doing is keeping a diary, I suppose, of my symptoms every day. Well, that's what this sort of is, I guess, in a sense, but may not be the easiest to look back on. But and to manage it, that's what I need to do is manage the symptoms. And if I know in sort of end of March, April, this is probably going to happen, and it just seems every few months something kicks up. And yeah, so, but anyway, today was okay. I finished the book. It's taken me like an extra day and a half to do it because not in time of actual reading, but because I haven't had that time to read. But things are, yeah, it's just, I found out yesterday, I was going to mention it yesterday. Well, anyway, first of all, before I do that, yeah, the blood pressure, my blood pressure seems to be going up and down. I'm going to try to, even though the doctor doesn't need or want the things now, but I'm going to continue it. And hopefully, I guess by 2 weeks, when he wants the readings, that new medication should be kicking in. But at the moment, it's going up and down. Like it seems to be okay sometime, and then it's high the next time. And there could be things for it because like I say, I found out yesterday that where I make home grocery shopping from, that I get delivered to home here, because it's like well, obviously I can't get out. I don't have anybody to go out to get me groceries, so and it costs money to get in. But you can get the delivery is cheap at times if you're careful and you get it at the right time. It's about £1.50, I think, is the cheapest now to get, which I think is going up because the minimum to order is gone up by £10. It's no longer £40; it has to be £50. Which means that because I wanted to start ordering not just once a month like I did, of 80 pounds or something like that, 90 pounds for the whole month. Um, I was gonna split it up into two different ones so I can get a little bit of fresher stuff and stuff that like I don't, because by the time my month ends, which is sort of the first couple weeks, like now, in at this time, um, it's like I'm down to things that are sort of, well, I get a little tired of. So it'd be nice to have a two order thing, um, um, two orders in the month, so I get something a little fresh that lasts a little longer. And I started doing that, but now I won't be able to do that because of 50 pounds. It's a minimum of 50 pounds, and if I don't do it, it's well, it's like, yeah, I can do it for less, but I get charged, I think, 6 pounds for a fee. So it's like, I still, it just bugs me. And then I found out something else because I remember I was saying I was applying for, and I've got to find out tomorrow. But I know what's going to happen. This is probably sending my blood pressure up. Uh, I applied for this thing, this independence payment thing. It's called, and it's to help people who have a disability to get out and do things, do a little more. You get help either, like, if you can get, I guess, some mobility things, lots of stuff that's available, and I think money to help to get out, like through taxis and things like that. I've been trying, as I said, to get this for over 2 years now. And then they said, no, well, they've canceled everything. I've got to start a new application. So I did that yesterday, I guess it was. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I put in a new application for this. I haven't received it yet. I got to get some paperwork. But I got a notification that I needed to go on my online thing where the disability is. And it's saying because I did that, they're not paying me this month, or well, they're paying me some. So it means I've got my rent, and that's it. it's it's like, it drives me nuts. It's like they screw up all the time. It's like one other time, I think it was a year or so ago, my rent went up. So my landlord gave me documents to say that the rent is going up. I submit those, and they say, "Oh, well, that's gonna take place in 4 weeks, so we can't do this now. You've got to submit it when it goes up." And I go, "Wait a minute, but that's when it's due. That's when it goes up. So I need this extra money for this." "Oh no, we can't do that. We can't do that." So it's like, okay. So I figured, okay, well, I've got to bite the bullet and pay the extra, or extra, out of my own money, what's left, or pay, like, I spoke to my landlord and I could pay it off, over a couple months, so a little bit each time. It wasn't a huge amount. My rent was going up, and it was the first time in 6 years, so I guess that's not too bad. But and then it comes time that I get my payment, no rent payment at all, nothing. And it's like, I call them and say, "What the hell's going on?" And they said, "Oh, well, you put in a change of circumstance." Yeah, to say that it's going up. Well, then that's the we you have to we haven't accepted that yet. So yeah, you haven't accepted the increase, but they just took it all off, and they couldn't figure out. And they turned around and saying it was my fault because I didn't apply for it in the correct way at the time. But I'm applying for an increase, not getting rid of it. So it's like, okay, you're not giving me the increase, but you should give me what you were giving me before. But they don't, and I never received that back. So I've had to, and I'm still paying off that month's rent with my landlord, and that's over a year late. Yeah, it's over a year later. I'm paying. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah, I'm paying that back a little bit at a time every month. And now I don't, like, I've got rent for this coming month, but I don't have And I know what it's just going to be hours on the phone tomorrow of frustration and anger because they just will say stuff over and over that makes no sense at all. That I apply for this. Well, this thing that I applied for is for people that are disabled, that are on disability, in order to get something, to get some ability to do other things. So why has my disability been taken off? Anyways, sorry. It's just frustrating. And and it's just like when you're not well, I just figure I don't need this. I don't need this. You know, people screwing up all the time. Like 2 years they've screwed up with this other thing. And they haven't even said, like yesterday when I asked about, well, somebody's supposed to be coming to look at my identification. Oh, we got nothing down on the record. Well, I was told that it was going to be. So it's probably not down. So I'm going to have the exact same problem. Well, like I say, there's only so much I can do, which is diddly squat, and just I have to deal with it. Anyway, so that's what this thing is. It's like these are how my days are going every day, and that's there's a lot of stuff I normally wouldn't say, but these are things that I go through every day, and and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are going through similar things that we shouldn't be. I shouldn't be going through this, but I am. Anyway, thank you, BookTube. And whoever else is watching, take care.